Hey guys, Curious Knowledge here, and I'm just here to talk about Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 4, whatever. I can't pronounce this. I have my hopes for this game are through the roof, and but at the same time, when you compare my expectations to what other people's expectations are, what I want is very simple and actually really easy to do. And are they going to do it? My answer is probably not. This is now, a lot of people are pointing towards the old roster and saying, "Oh, they're never gonna have this lineup ever again." Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, those are people who are gaslighting themselves, so that way they will not be surprised when they do get this roster. Because this is a good roster for back in the day. For the back of the day, this is a near perfect roster with only like 2 examples of like things I would change. And that's it. Now, Not the not and characters like, oh, this commander might not make it. This no, I want a Frieza soldier. I want multiple Frieza soldiers. I not. I want this roster when you compare it to today is pathetic. Now you might be saying, well, that's harsh. Well, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Do you know what the roster of this game is? It is huge. Not. This might be not with all the DLCs, but when you add in the DLCs, this roster just keeps on getting bigger and bigger and bigger, bigger and bigger and bigger. And not only that, this isn't even the full roster. What you're looking at right here is just a taste. I think this might be this is probably the closest you can get for a full roster for right now, but not only do you have Xenoverse and its endless DLCs, but you also have but you also have Kakarot. I don't care what you're. If you don't think I want the characters from Kakarot in here, then you are out of your mind. Like, if you Xenoverse's thing right now is bigger than the old Tekken. So if they only like gave those characters a few tweaks and had that be the starting roster, it would already be larger than the starting roster of of 3. Then you add in the stuff from original Dragon Ball, and then it becomes even bigger. You would literally only have to change the models. That's it. What, that's like 15 characters from the original series that 3 had? Okay. Also, Kakarot. Kakarot has so many characters that you will not find anywhere else. And I want them all in here. Now, they would be... If I can go... If I could probably mod these into the game. Android 8. He was in 3. His model, they have his model. They have a 5G HD compatible with modern software, compatible with the PS5 Android 8. They have one that's compatible in every sense of the word with the PS5. So why is it considered ridiculous that I want him in 4? He has no original moves. He has... All you have to do is give him the moves that other characters already have. It's so easy to put him in it that I would be able to mod him in. Me. A pool is probably going to get in because a pool needs to get in here. Android 16 is definitely going to get in there. I don't know why he wouldn't be. Bobbity needs to be in here. Bora. They would probably not add him. I think that's safe to say. If he's DLC, I get it. A playable Bulma would be fun, but again, no. They will probably save a few of these characters for I mean, you can't have too many characters who are like tech reliant, or else it would just be just complete nonsense. I want Commander Red. I want King Cold. If King Cold's not in it, he was in the last one. He's literally just Frieza with a cape. He is literally just Frieza with a cape. And yet, if he doesn't make it in, there's going to be people who are like, it's really challenging, guys. It's really challenging. And yet modders will be able to do it in 2 seconds. Probably not her. No. These guys would be fun to have. See, like this guy. This guy, like, no one on planet Earth is demanding him. But I am. You know why? Because I know what these guys are capable of. And I know how this game is being made. It's being made the same way a lot of other Dragon Ball games are being made. It's with shared assets and shared movements. They already have have the assets, and they already have a ton of the moves that this guy would use. Oh, he has the ability to predict the future. Give him like a pseudo version of Ultra Instincts where he can like dodge like 2 attacks or whatever. Done. Some basic key blast attacks and you're done. That's an entire character right there. That's an entire character right there on the list. That if he's not, that's easily able to be put in. All of his moves, all of his abilities, all of his traits are people who already have. A playable Puar would be fun, but now Puar is a character that I will never expect them to have. If they have Puar in here, that's a character I don't expect to be on the list because Puar's abilities are just super weird. It's shape-shifting, so I highly doubt they'll put it in there. Because that would require extra models, extra programming, extra attacks that are specific to Puar. But yet Tao over here is but Tao, that's just an afternoon at worst. You can bang this guy out super fast. You would spend less time making this guy his own character than King Cold. You even have like an idea of what to make his outfit look like if he's damaged. Now I might want in. Nail is probably going to get in. No. Shu. I want Shu. He's a fun part of Dragon Ball. But I'm not expecting him to get in. I'm expecting him to get the shaft again. Spokovich. I want Spokovich. I will be upset if Spokovich is not in here because he is. I loved Spokovich in 3. He is genuinely fun to play with. Shu is a hope and a dream. Again, he's tech reliant, and they can only have like so many tech reliant guys before it just feels all the same. And the thing is, the mech he drives, both he and my drive are both specific to themselves. So I'm not. Again, it's a specific model that they don't already have. So what do? I don't expect it. But Spokovich is a model they have, and all the movesets, they do have it. Probably not. Android 21, probably DLC. I will be able to live with that. Well, Terminator Announcer would be fun as like a background announcer character. Am I demanding it? No. But Dragon Ball Z Fighters with a Z at the end. You know, like those 90s days. Had like things where you can put announcers over footage. And I would love it if he was one of them. Yajirobe Yajirobe needs to be in this game. Okay. If he's not in it, then I don't know what they're on. Anyone else here? However, oh, I hope they do my boy. Yeah, I hope they do Yamcha good. He deserves some sort of a W. I'm not expecting anything too good from him, like fighters good, but like just being mid at best. Not Kui. I. Why wasn't he in Xenoverse 3? Why? But that's the thing. They have his model now, and they have his attacks now. They have voice. Even if they can't get the voice actor, they literally have the voices from Kakarot. If not, I'm expecting Kui in here. There shouldn't be a single boss on this list that it's not here. She was a boss. Oh, I need to play this game again. Dr. Gero is definitely going to be in here. Poi Poi, I need him to be a playable character because he would be so fun. Now this guy is a 50-50 for me. On one hand, he is in Kakarot, but on the other, he's a really weird character with like a really weird body shape and like a really weird like figure. So maybe the mapping on him just doesn't work. But I think this is giving you a good thing about what I'm expecting from this game. I'm not expecting anything. What I'm expecting are completely reasonable picks, because there are characters that literally just take an afternoon to make. Now, I'm just gonna pull up a few of these. King Cold Sarge. No, those are the same. Attack drones. Maybe. But Bobbity Troopers, I would like to see Bobbity Troopers. I mean, they already have the model, and literally, maybe just have them be an alt, not like a separate character, but if they made like King Cold's soldiers and Bobbity soldiers and whatnot just be like alts for each other, then I would be fine with it. Is there anyone else here? Oh, this isn't up to date. Kakarot. Enemy. Okay, not. There are some bandit enemies in Kakarot and the new DLC that they released. I want them. I want them in and I want them playable. There are very cool red ribbon mech soldier device in Kakarot. Each one is like super unique, has super different supers, different abilities. I want them all. And pirate robot. There are several designs in this game. Not too many, but I still want them. But above all else, now that's the bare minimum. This is what I want for bare minimum. I just want the characters that they already have the models for and already have like their either have their movesets or their movesets are just another character's movesets to either be in the game as their own individual character or to be as an alt skin of another character. That's it. And guess what? If this video gets any traction whatsoever, there'll probably be people out there saying this is unreal expectations, man. You can't be doing this. But these people just don't understand what made Budokai Tekken 3 as good as it was. It was as good as it was because they took everything that they had at that time, added, sprinkled a bit more on it, and then just released it. Is that too much to ask? That's the bare minimum. Because that is literally what this game is. That's what this game is. Right here, right in front of you. They just take what they have, what they currently have, put in the game, and release it. And there are people who think who would fight to their last breath, saying, "Oh, we got exactly 100 characters, and that'll be enough." If this game released and it had 30 characters, there would be the Dragon Ball Super fans who would point at the screen and scream with joy because his hair turned blue, guys. We have to celebrate in the streets, guys. Toriyama brushed his teeth, guys. He got out of bed in the morning. Let's hear some Toriyama W's in the chat for getting up in the morning. Nah. My expectations are not for some crazy characters, not for the gimmicks I like or whatever. I'm not suggesting any character I'm fond of to get some crazy boost or some crazy move set or anything. I just want you to take the things that you already have. These are all the things I listed. All the things I want already have their own models or are easily just characters that should be in the final version just because of how Budokai should work. if I don't, not, if I don't get Kui, then why bother? If I don't, not, if I don't get Bob and D, then why bother? Even characters I don't necessarily like King Ox or something like that. Oh, who's a character I don't like? Chaozu. I don't like Chaozu. I mean, he's cute and everything, but I'm not a huge fan of him. But if Chaozu is not in the game, that's... the thing is, this game is not being made specifically for me. If this game comes out and it is specifically made for me, then I'll probably make a video joking about that. Like, all the characters somehow miraculously is my ideal perfect roster. But let's be honest, it's not this, but that would be selfish of me to sit up here and exclusively list off characters that are unreal. Because if I was being unreal with my expectations, I would say, oh, put in the Red Ribbon Army and have their powers summon out the army guys. And have a bunch of little army men running around and shooting. Or have King Piccolo spit out eggs and form up a giant army. And have like a Frieza soldier summon out the Frieza army and stuff like that. If I was being unrealistic, I would make those things. I would say put summoners in the game. If I was being unreal with my expectations, I would demand summoners. But I'm not demanding summoners. I'm just demanding that they do the literal bare minimum. Story-wise. Budokai 3 had a lot of good things. The story wasn't anything to cough at, but was lacking in certain areas. Especially OG Dragon Ball's story, that got shafted. But this isn't more... But no, I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna release this game, and it's not gonna have the bare minimum I told you about. They're gonna do the bare minimum that the super fans want. They'll do the bare minimum to make the super fans happy. Newsflash, Konami. The super fans aren't gonna pay you that long. But there I go again talking about longevity. But what you have to do, the super fans, the current fans, the super fans, are too easy to please. They don't know what's good for themselves. They're going to look at Jiren, of all characters, and then they're going to point and pog as soy drips from their face. That while some of them are going to have soy dripping from their faces, while the other ones are going to say, "Oh, that's cool," as they're half looking at the screen, half looking at their computer, and half looking at their phone on watching Family Guy clips or whatever. And then the others are going to just like and retweet on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, and then just leave it at that. And then the YouTubers will get some thumbs ups and some likes and comments, but that'll be it. That's who Konami currently is pushing towards. No, not Konami. No, what's the name of this company again? Toei. This is who Toei caters to, is a bunch of idiots who don't know what's good for them. Who don't want anything. All they want is like the most... Like, what I'm talking about is like the bare minimum that they should do. What the super fans want is it's just a fraction of my power. Like, it literally takes zero effort on anyone's part to make super fans happy. All you have to do is drag out some classic legacy character onto the sidewalk, most likely from Z. But I'm going to be honest with Dragon Ball Super right now. You don't even need to do that. You could make some side character that only appeared once in like the manga version exclusively. No, it doesn't even have to be the manga version. It could be the promotion for a manga. And bring that character back and have a story around them. And then the super fans that will jump out of their seat and say, "Yo, they crazy for this. This character was so deep, yo. Guys, you don't get it, guys. It's a legacy character, guys. This is such a cool callback, guys." That's exactly what they're going to do when this game comes out. I'm calling it right now. It's going to take forever to come out. When did this come out? 4 months ago. That can't be right. This game is... Oh, time is slow. But this game is gonna take years to make, and not because they're gonna be putting actual content in. No, it's because they're too busy shoving their thumb up their butts, not knowing what to do. Toritama-san! We must know. Tori-san, we must find our... What does Toriyama sound like? No, that's not it. No, I was thinking of a different creator. Who was I thinking of? I would think it was not... probably like Kamen Rider or something. No, it was some creator I was thinking of. Toriyama is a smaller guy. He probably has he probably has more of a normal, casual voice. But I got off track. This game isn't gonna be good. It's going to be Dragon Ball Super, the game. And by that I mean it's going to be a bunch of fluff of no actual substance. There's not going to be original. Look at that head. Not what. What original thought behind those eyes? Ooh, and then the creators are going to go, and then the YouTubers are going to like, oh, they made his hair a different color again, guys. They did it. They fixed Dragon Ball! Final thoughts. It's going to be balls. I'm calling it now. It's going to be balls, and it's not even going to look good. Do I really think it's not going to be that good looking? Yes. Because I've played Xenoverse 2. I've played the other Dragon Ball games. If you think we're getting Kakarot levels of detail and like side characters and whatnot, then you are out of your mind. Because Kakarot was was people saying, what can we do? What can we add? What could we possibly throw in here to make it better? And then, you want to know why? I don't have sources for this, but I just know how this company works. The limiting of how many characters, like the reason why there's only like 3 playable characters. No, 4, if you count. 4. The reason why there's only 4 playable characters in Kakarot is not because the creators wanted it to be that way. It's because Bandai was standing there. No, Toei, I'm sorry. Toei, Bandai, whoever's in charge, was standing over their shoulders being like, no, do less, do less, do less, do less, do less, do less. And they're like, okay, I guess there'll only be 4 playable characters. And then their shareholders all stood up in unison and started clapping, like the seals that they are. Throw them some dead carcasses of fish, of week-old, stored in the freezer for months on end fish, and they'll clap. Guys, what if we had what if we had Cell come back, but as the bio nut waste version of Broly? Dude, that's such a good idea. Let's round of applause. How about you bring back Red Ribbon Army again and have them do absolutely nothing again? Oh yeah, and have them have no motivation again. Even though they're like, in context, they should be not. In context, this should be some Superman. In context, Dragon Ball Super superheroes should have been on par. Should have at least had like the ideas from some of the better Superman shows and cartoons, where it's a government trying to fight against this thing that they perceive as like a god above them. Because this right here, we're not getting this. We're getting a cheap dead carcass of this. If they release it and it's literally just how much I'm not going to try and predict how many characters it's going to have because I don't have that level of prediction characters. But let's say it's exactly 200. No, that would be too high for them. They wouldn't try that hard. But let's say it's around just like in the general facility of Budokai 3's roster. If that's the case, what people don't understand is this was years ago. This was years and years and years ago when they literally I want this to be a Mega Man 04 thing. I want this to be like Mega Man 04 where they literally run out of where there's cut content from the game, not because the creators didn't want in there, but instead because there was literally not enough room on the disc because they had too much content that they wanted to put in there. I want to see books, let's an article. I want to be happy about this game. I want to buy the art book, and I want to see the pencil sketchings of all the characters that they weren't able to put in the game, not because of some committee, not because of some shareholders, not because of time restraints, not because of stupid restrictions, but because of limitations by today's standards. Because this shouldn't be just another Dragon Ball game. This should be a literal celebration. And I am only demanding the bare minimum. They announced that, hey guys, we're throwing a parade. And I am just saying, oh cool, so you are going to use all the floats that you have in your warehouse, right? What? No, you're stupid. You're stupid. Why would anyone want us to use the floats and the things that we already have? Oh, well, since you're not using them, can I use those floats and put them in the game? Nope. We're gonna have to ban you. We'll have to report you for misconduct. Nope, not allowed. Well, you stole company assets. Well, no, I took your assets and put them in another game that you also made, but clearly forgot to put them in there. Nope, sorry. Can't do that. Nope. There will mods that they will eventually, like, if Konami had the willpower and the time and the money, they would take down every single mod there ever is. Because Konami's not Toei, Konami, Nintendo, Disney. Every company is just that. A company. It doesn't matter what you do, what you say, or what you want. What they want is for them to sit on their mountain of gold. They will literally spend more time and effort. Companies nowadays are spending more time and effort making sure your games, your TV shows, and your movies have less content in them. More money, more time, and more efforts is being put into making sure the food doesn't go on the plates. Hey, you have warm... Oh, we cooked up some corn and we're ready to serve it to you. Oh, can I have it? What? No, you're being selfish. What? Why? No, we have to leave that fresh corn that we just finished cooking, that we just we just got off the cob and just stopped heating up and just stopped buttering, and it's all nice and salty and all perfect. And we had to throw in the fridge for a couple years. At least a year. Why? Well, so we could sell it back to you as DLC. Well, it's warm right now. Just put it on the plate and sell it to me now. Well, then we would have DLC for later. We need to make the share holders happy. I mean, I'm sorry, guys. We're too overworked. This is too difficult. Guys, you're expecting too much from the company that already made these assets for these characters and already made their moves and already made all their stupid crap. It's already been made. Just put it in there. Let me buy it. But no, that's not how it's gonna be. Take your crappy DLC where they change literally one super. Just one super. And maybe the name of their hidden ability or whatever, if this game has it. But just change the names around, maybe recolor one Kamehameha or whatever. And make it green and make it come out of the person's foot instead of their arm. And sell it back to you for a third of what the game currently goes for. For 1/3 of what the game originally sold for. Fighters. Let me look up fighters real quick. Dragon and Ball Fighters. The game. Why is this game still not $60 on Steam? That literally should be illegal. Dragon. All Dragon Ball. Now, Dragon Ball Fighters I excuse less, but Dragon Ball, because like their characters actually have mad effort put into them. But Xenoverse. Xenoverse on Steam usually goes on sale down to like $10 or whatever. And then goes down even further for other events to like $5 or whatever. But the DLC for this game is massive. $8. $8 for 4 characters that are okay. Just look this up. Dragon Ball Super Pack 1 for Xenoverse. I'm going to read this out for you. 2 new playable characters. Most of these characters are just reskins, so that doesn't matter. one new master, which half matters. Because masters in this game are actually a decent idea. And done pretty well. 5 new attacks. 5. 3 new portal quests. Oh, that's so cherishable. 2 new costumes. 5 new super souls, which are just pushing +2 in the emulator. And 2 new emotes. Dragon Ball Budokai 3 wasn't done. It was done out of love. And it was done because the creators hadn't figured out, because Bandai hadn't figured out how to squeeze every single dollar and cent out of people. They were because instead they were worried about making a good game, because that's how you made money back then. Back in the day, you didn't make money if, but the DLC's good, or no, but if you install the game now, you get 40,000 free gold, and you get 12 different kinds of crafting materials, which don't really add up to anything, and you have to spend money on. No. The reason why this isn't going to be a good game is because this time period doesn't exist anymore. The time period of making good games is gone. It's dead. Elden Ring made bank, and it's a base game. But why worry about balancing and putting harder work and effort and new ideas into it when it's going to be, when those exact moves are just going to be stolen by Honkai Rail, or literally not a year later? What does it matter when a phone game that made by sweatshop workers is going to outpace you in a week? What does it matter when FIFA makes more money every year from DLC and from its gambling mechanics every single year, and it always tops Elden Ring every single year? Why even bother? Why bother making this? Why bother making this a good game? Why would any company in their right mind worry about making a game good? They wouldn't. Because that's not what you idiots told them you value as good currency. Instead, what do you value? What do you value? You value just microtransaction crap. The reason why we're not getting a Xenoverse 3 anytime soon is because you won't stop throwing money at your screen. You won't stop throwing money at the screen whenever you see a loot box drop. You won't stop throwing money at the screen when you see microtransactions of any kind. But then you get tired and bored and then move on to the next thing. It's just mindless sheep people. It's mindless pigs just eating up slop and then praising the creators for it. And then when the slop runs out, they just whine about it until the next slop comes out. And then they whine, that's too difficult, guys! Guys! A game called Dark Souls is too difficult! Oh my gosh! Next I'm going to be complaining about how Dora the Explorer is too easy! Oh no! Anyway, have you heard of Overwatch 2? It's the greatest thing ever! I can't wait to go out there and throw my money away on a battle pass for characters that should have been unlocked at launch. But next season, but guys, what is that video? Overwatch 2 PvE finally good. Oh, I couldn't have asked for anything better. I couldn't have asked for anything better. Oh, this is perfect. I feel all my ideas just have been validated right now. Why care? Guys, what? I don't want to click on this guy's video because he'll probably whine about it and try and cancel me or whatever and report me to YouTube, but that face says it all, doesn't it? That face right there says it all. Arms in the air, because his dignity just doesn't care. A feature that should have been Overwatch's PvE. You know, the thing. The only thing that was going to be new. The only thing that was the entire selling point. And these idiots clap with joy that finally came out. This is the... Look at that. That's the future for Dragon Ball Budokai 4 right there. There it is. Features that should have already been in the game since launch. And yet, you still clap, you still hey, you still hurrah. And you still give it 196,000 views. I think I've made my point. I think this proves everything right here. Any final notes to end this on? Any final notes or thoughts? Uh, I will not be. My final thought: don't pre-order this game, and don't pre-order any game for that matter. Uh, my final thought. No, my final thought for this game is, if they are going to do it dirty, I hope it comes on. I hope it comes on. If they do exactly what I predicted them to do, I hope you idiots get this. I hope you get this. I hope your physical release is a cardboard disc. If this game does meet my bare minimum expectations, I will sing to high heavens, because in this day and age, I would genuinely see if it comes on a cardboard disc and only has 190 characters. I promise you, there will be people still singing its praises. So, like, comment, subscribe, and make sure to pre-order the game, guys. It's gonna be so good. I bet Goku's hair is gonna turn another color. Predict what color Goku's hair is gonna. In the comments, guess how many variants of Goku are there's gonna be in this new game. My guess is half the roster. Revolt against your local government. The cure's knowledge is out.